Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. This is Madden 18 on EA Sports.
What a game we have for you here. The first meeting of the year between two of the NFL's most hostile divisional rivals. This matchup always among the most anticipated games of the regular season.
It's the Cowboys going up against the Redskins.
With that, let's welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Just a few moments ago, it was the Redskin defense being introduced, and the largest cheers went for their Pro Bowl quarterback, Josh Norman, as he and his guys get set to do battle with the Dallas Cowboys. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Redskin team as they enter play here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, it's been a great start to the season. Back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by Dak Prescott, the 135th pick of the draft back in 2016 from Mississippi State.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions. But they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
Drops it underneath to Elliott. And he's brought down after a good gain. He got 29 yards that time. See some head shaking on that defensive sideline because so much focus on taking away what he did last week as NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Big gain there for him to start.
I love your observation because you would think they'd be prepared for him after what he did the previous week. But sometimes that skill set actually intimidates a defense, and he used it to his great advantage.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Prescott now from the 50. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Here's the offense, and I don't know what more you can say at this point in his career about Jason Witten.
You just give him full respect. This is a guy who knows how to do everything on the football field. Not just catch the ball, but huge in the run game with his blocking at the line of scrimmage.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Prescott off play action. Looking for Floyd, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trent Murphy. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. Following the interception, Cousins. Throw left side complete. That's Kelly. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And as a first-rounder, a lot of eyes on him, a lot of expectations.
And he has to play well in his rookie year. Those days of coddling guys and bringing them along slowly, those days are long gone. When you're drafted in the first round, they expect you to play right away. And the community's eyes and fan base, they'll be on you the entire way.
Really, it's a solid draft class from a year ago. They were able to address some key weak spots on their team and fill in some holes.
And they were able to identify the players they wanted early in the process. Got a little bit of luck, as some guys may have fallen to them, but for the most part, knew their philosophy and stuck to it.
Third and long for Cousins. Ducks him with a grab over the middle. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the third down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. And a week ago, as you get a look at the numbers, well over 100 yards, he was on fire.
He was on fire. Obviously, the offensive line was on fire, all the guys who were trying to assist him. But you know who else was? The play caller. Because his ego totally got out of the way, and he kept calling the plays that were working over and over, and they really didn't stop him.
Now the challenge, can they duplicate it? He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, and it's 2nd down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
The numbers for Zeke from last week. The hat trick +1, 4 trips to the end zone with his legs.
And, partner, you know how all the guys do when they do that little symbol now about eating, right? Keep feeding me, feeding me. They just kept feeding him and feeding him, and next thing you know, he kept getting in the end zone.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
So they run it on 2nd down. Now let's see what 3rd down brings here for the offense. Prescott from the gun. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Ryan Kerrigan in there to drop it for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Back deep here, Jamison Crowder. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Now it's Crowder. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And the first drive, 3 and out. 2nd possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down right on the 30-yard line. A good pick up there, 26 yards.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
They go play action here on first down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
First down and goal. The offense knocking on the door. Kelly to try to punch it in. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Rob Kelly, his second touchdown on the season. And the Redskins have taken a first-quarter lead.
Well, Brandon, he just followed his nose, and his nose took him to the end zone. But how about the big guys up front? Give him at least a stalemate in order to find that space.
Yeah, the O-line won the battle in the trenches there, didn't they? Kai Forbath on for the extra point. It's good, and the Redskins take a 7-0 lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And Rob Kelly finished it all off with a touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Spinning away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? The turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And some room to roam now. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on it and then let him run.
He's got some space. Elliott. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Time running out here on the play clock. Prescott now on 2nd down. It's Floyd on the right. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still,
no
yardage. Okay.
Now, prior to the snap, we hit all zeros as time has run out on the first quarter of play. 7-0 is our score. We'll head back to FedEx Field after this timeout.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. They're on the march, but facing a third down here. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Going deep here for Bryant. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's fourth down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And the Cowboys will call on Dan Bailey here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, he's got a big leg, and when everything comes together, he can certainly hit from long range, but this one's going to come up just a little bit short. A very good effort, though.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Well, the drive starts with Rob Kelly. And he's got it across midfield and down to about the 47-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll keep it in the hands of Kelly. And some room to maneuver. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
And that's why defense coordinators always preach 11 guys to the ball. Because sometimes you have a missed tackle, but if you have a swarm of guys around, less room for them to roam even after the first missed tackle. In this case, tackle was missed, plenty of open field to get after that.
Again, this is Kelly. Kelly stripped. The ball is free. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Off often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Dak Prescott on the offense heading back onto the field. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown one interception. He wants to balance that off with at least one touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job. They're doing more than that, aren't they? They get a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Looking downfield for Dez. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you got to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, standing just outside his own goal line. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. There's Rob Kelly now as he and the offense head back out. And no doubt he's come out of the gate strong. Only in week 3, and you see the numbers thus far.
And we always talk about identity, setting a tone, you know, getting the groundwork laid for the season or for a game. And that's what they've done with the running game so far. It reminds me of when I first went to the University of Tennessee. And believe it or not, I was a quarterback for a day and a half. And the first practice session, the first play we ran was 28 pitch, which is a toss sweep. And I remember the offense coordinator saying, that's our identity, that's our bread and butter, that's the basis of our offense. We got to get that down right here, right now. I think we're seeing some of that in this running game here.
So did you not get that down, and that's why you were moved to the defense, or what?
I don't know for that reason, but I do know I saw a couple of guys throw, and immediately they were saying, you know, you need to learn how to backpedal.
Hey, you turned into a heck of a DB, though, partner.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
Kelly trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Cousins to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Now Dak Prescott and the offense heading back onto the field. They've been faced with a tough test today here. Crowd's been really good. They're struggling. He's struggling. We'll see if they can pick things up.
And the crowd has had an impact, and they feel good about that because he's not playing very well, not getting the ball to the right places, not doing things he normally does. He's got to find a way to turn it around against this hostile group.
Yeah, because on the road, don't you look to your quarterback a lot?
You have to, because you certainly can't look to the crowd to help you. They're there to be against you, so your quarterback has to lead you, and the best way he can do it is to play well.
A second down throw for Prescott. Going deep here for Bryant. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Swearinger. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. This is Kelly. And he's got some space here. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
Throwing, Cousins. And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. Taco Charlton, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Running right with Kelly. Gets past one man. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards will get him back to the original line of scrimmage, but now they're looking at 3rd and 10.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And it's caught. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Larry Ridley is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. 1st and goal, Kelly. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Rob Kelly, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Now Forbath for the extra point. it's good to make it 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Dak and the Cowboy offense heading back onto the field. He and his team, they have had a rough go of it here in this first half. Maybe time for him to put his foot down here in the second quarter.
Put his foot down and become a little more accurate throwing the football. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. He's trying to find a way to equal things out. And instead of it going to the opponents, get it to his own receivers and find the end zone.
Yeah, you mentioned those 2 picks. No touchdown passes yet either. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Prescott to throw it. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 45-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Fresh set of downs here. That's going to set him back 5 yards. 1st and 15 here behind the chains. Now a play fake here on first down. He'll buy some time right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. They'll throw again. Prescott. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. To the air again, Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. So the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
And now the offense operates in the red zone. the red zone now. Prescott. This will be caught just inside the 10. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Prescott urging his guys to go quickly. They need to get up and set. From the pistol, here's Elliott. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a first and goal. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Throwing, Prescott. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
I'll tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Prescott now. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and goal. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And incomplete. Almost intercepted. The D lineman almost had it. Couldn't hang on.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. So a field goal here. They're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good, because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
Now, after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he is knocked down from the side at the 23. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. A gain of 3, second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
So we've reached halftime here in D.C. in our nation's capital with a home team, the Redskins, on top. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Okay, Brandon, thanks. Welcome, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get to the highlights. The Redskins are happy to be in front right now and just want to play 2 more solid quarters. The Cowboys won't panic either. They know they just need to take it 1 play at a time. Here we go. Let's do this. Here's your first half highlights. first. Kelly's going to stay up the middle. And this two-play drive goes for a TD as they get out to a 7-0 lead. Now first and 10. Run play here, and the ball comes out. Now second and 8. Here the defense will come up with the pick. Swearinger is reading the play and comes away with it, ending the drive. Offense now with the shot after the interception. Kelly's going to take it up the middle, and he'll go in from 2 yards out as they move out in front, 14-0. So that'll do it from here in Orlando. Let's get back up to our nation's capital as we rejoin Brandon Guy.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Wasn't able to get anything, no gain. Fumbled once already. Maybe he's being a little careful. Not necessarily on that play, but I'm sure that's in his mind somewhere.
Oh, without a doubt, because protecting the football is job one for anyone who's carrying it. And that's exactly what he tried to do on that play, but it didn't gain him any yardage.
This one complete to Jordan Reed. A huge play there for Washington. 44 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a solid run down inside the 30. And right now, a stoppage because Rob Kelly is still down. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Four yards remaining now on second down. To throw, Cousins. And that's incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
That'll go as a loss of 5. And that'll lead here to a third down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. It's brought in by Dodson. Touchdown, Washington. Josh Doctson, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now Prescott. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Prescott. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
2nd down, Prescott. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Dak fighting his tight end Witten, and the Cowboys have a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
To throw is Prescott. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he is out of bounds, but not before taking this down to the 8. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Here's Prescott. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
And here we go on 1st and goal. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. A handoff left, Elliott. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. Bryant, the man in motion right. Prescott from the gun. Going right side, he has Witten. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jason Witten, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Dan Bailey now for the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. Bailey now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Kirk Cousins now gearing up to lead this offense back out there. How do you break down his game so far? Just the one touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't. Not until you balance it with the error side.
And his first carry, he loses the football. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Well, he's not the starter coming in, getting his first carry off the bench. That's not the way to earn more carries.
You have to stay in the game, even if you're not on the field, right? Stay mentally sharp, stay ready. And above all, when you get into the game, hold on to the football. Don't let the other team have it.
Here comes Kirk Cousins now to lead his offense back out there. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the one touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. They'll like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this third and fourth quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
Prescott. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder. You think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
So they recover the fumble but could not take advantage of the short field. They do get 3.
And no one ever turns down 3 points going up on the board, but the offense will go to the sidelines wondering what if, while the defense on the other side, they'll celebrate holding them to just a field goal after giving up such bad field position.
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks, right at the 20. So out now come the Redskins. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nice yardage right off the bat here as he's up to about the 24-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4. Second down and 4. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards through the air and a first down. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They run it here with Thompson. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Redskins with the football and the lead as we start the 4th. So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. Again, a run with Thompson. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10. To throw is Cousins. Jordan Reed has it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. This will be caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Now Thompson trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On the ground, it's Thompson. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line.
And that loss of yards there is not just on him. It's on the guys blocking for him. I mean, they're supposed to create some type of space or at least get a stalemate. They end up letting them through, and they ended up tackling him for a loss.
And Forbath will put this one through, and that will bump the lead up to 11. So a big one there as that gives them a little cushion.
And you know, here in the 4th quarter, the fact that they were able to bleed some time off the clock and put points on the board, even if it's only 3, that could turn out to be the drive that ultimately wins them the game.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. A gain of 6 there on first. They need a touchdown, the 2-point conversion, and a field goal. Pretty good start to the drive, though.
Yeah, good start to the drive, but the urgency has to really be increased by both the players on the field and everyone on the sidelines. Got to make sure everyone is up and into this game.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Here's Prescott. Complete to Jason Witten. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Prescott yet again. And an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Prescott looks to throw on first. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jonathan Allen in there to bury him for a loss of 11. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. A first down throw for Prescott. He's airing it out for Williams. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. And a first carry here for Charles Sims. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2. So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. James Hanna, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
All right, so the Cowboys will go for 2 here. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Bailey now to kick this one away. On the return, here's a speedy Jamison Crowder. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Kirk Cousins now gearing up to lead this offense back out there. And those numbers, they kind of tell the story of his game so far. Started off not so hot, now he's really heated up.
And remember, he signed up for duty as the guy who leads the team, right? The field general, the signal caller. So when things go rocky early, he can't just exit out and ask someone else to pick things up. He's got to do it himself, and that's what he's done here in this game.
A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with Thompson. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd down, it's Thompson. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall at the 32-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is fielded at the 7. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Dak Prescott on the offense heading back onto the field. Certainly they want to win this game, but down 3, they know what they need to do. Get in field goal range, at least have a chance to tie.
And if you approach it the right way, you almost have a safety net. Knowing just a field goal gets it done. You don't press for the touchdown, but you take it if the opportunity comes. If the opening's there, someone slips in the secondary and you get a big play. But otherwise, get the 3. Put that on the board and try to extend the game.
They'll be trying to muster 3. Of course, they'd love the score to win it. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. This is Elliott. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
I love when a play results in a game that I can actually kind of fall back on one of my favorite adages, and that is anytime there's a run over 10 yards, it means that the offensive line did its job, but you know who else did? The wide receivers. Because the first 7 yards kind of belong to the offensive line and the running back. Anything after that means the wide receivers did a great job of blocking downfield, being willing to mix it up, and give them some more space to gain additional yardage.
They go to Elliott again. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. And that'll be incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it.
Oh, Prescott stripped. And the Redskins scoop it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him...
And here come the Redskins now. They have the 3-point lead. Defense did their job. Now, late game. Although it looks good, you know the coaches, they haven't counted this as a victory yet.
I agree with you totally. Big applause for the defense, but no one is taking their headset off on the sidelines. They don't believe this game is over. The offense has to close this one out by taking care of the football.
And they'll try to close it out now. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe. Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it? Yep. Throwing here, Cousins. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Terrell Pryor that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down. We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you. That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. A handoff as they run the counter play. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. The Redskins, they can smell victory now. They take a knee. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The Redskins, they can smell victory now. They take a knee. And this offense on third down today, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Cousins just going to take this one down to a knee and end it.
Offside, defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Encroachment, defense.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Washington, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll have another home date next week as the New York Giants come to town. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Redskins as we say so long from FedEx Field.